What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Live Life Fearless, and we are back with the Fearless Show podcast. Today's date is March 7, 2018. With me are my co-hosts, Mr. Dareece Walker. Say what up.
What's going on, everybody? Artist D. Walker here. Thanks for joining us again for the Fearless Show.
And on the podcast again is Shannon Griffiths. Say hello to everybody.
What's up, guys? What's hanging?
Good.
Yeah, well,
Obviously, we're gonna do some Oscars talk since that just happened, and
Oscars.
We got to go through the results and see who won. Bounce back this time.
Oh yeah.
Feeling pretty confident. Feeling real confident actually. But before we get into the Oscars, I wanted to touch on the Black Panther a little bit since I didn't give my opinion and neither did Shannon.
Yeah.
But
So both of you guys seen it finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the podcast.
I saw.
Yeah. So what were your first thoughts, and then if you wanted to expand on anything we talked about or whatever else you guys had in mind.
Shannon, you can kick things off.
Yeah, I had a lot of moments in the movie theater where I teared up a little bit just because I was in awe of what I was seeing on the screen, and it was pretty much lived up to what I thought it was going to be, and even past that. So, I had a lot of moments, especially with, I really enjoyed his sister. I can't remember her name right now, but
Shorty.
Shuri. Yeah, she was great. And just the fact that she was the one that created all the technology, and she was super smart and sassy, and I identify with that. Not the technology. I wish I was that good at technology, but yeah, and just the fact that a lot of the warriors and the really great ones were women, and I really enjoyed those characters. I had a lot of moments where I was yes, queen,
right.
represent. Had a lot of moments like that, and I thought it was fantastic. I need to see it again, so hopefully soon.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to see it again. I saw it just the one time, and the women for sure
really?
are one big highlight of the movie for me because they've never really been used in that way in any type of film like that before, where they're basically on the same level as the men and but in their own way, so it doesn't feel like it's forced or shoehorned in, but it just feels supernatural for that the whole story. And so the women definitely Shuri was one of the best, and then his main bodyguard, the general, she was a beast too, and they definitely carried the movie. Honestly, to me, they were way more charismatic than T'Challa himself, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Honestly, my reaction, he's probably my least favorite character out of the whole story. Honestly, because he gets better as it went on, and he develops more, and you see more of the human side of him. But everybody else, the supporting cast was incredible, and they all knocked it out the park. Especially my favorite, hands down, is Killmonger. The best villain I've ever seen in a superhero movie.
Shout out Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he killed
Michael
it.
B. killed that.
And for me personally, I just think that he's probably my favorite. I mean, I believe and when you and Marvin talked about it, he was your guys' favorite too, basically. But
yeah, we just there was so much to talk about, and I mean, I identified with Killmonger just because he was bringing the African American experience and
exactly for me,
started the conversation between African and African American, and I thought it was interesting.
For me for sure, because I've always known about Black Panther as a comic book character, but I've never related to him or even really cared that much because he's black, but he's still from Africa, and it's so different from our culture here. And just the way we view things, and then just to see that the way they brought those two sides of the story together, and and just his whole story was just it was like literally the first time I've ever choked up in like a superhero movie. It was like when he was like talking to his dad and stuff, and like,
Oh yeah,
oh, he's like, we're lost. They didn't bring us home, and like, it's just so much. There's just so many like
yeah,
allegories and like hidden like messages behind like all these uh dialogue and confrontations between people. Like it was just so much deeper than
right.
on the surface level. And I think like for sure, like my mom was like bawling her eyes out when she went to go
Oh
see it,
yeah,
like because
yeah,
it just hits you like in a certain way because it just speaks on so many things that like I think a lot of us like haven't had like a real way of voicing like how we
right.
feel about like that disconnect, like because I never really even started thinking about like my African heritage until maybe I started getting a little older. Like there was no
Hmm.
connection for us between that, and then like to see him like struggling with that and stuff like that, and and he's kind of right like about everything he said, which makes it
Right.
so much more relatable. So like
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a great movie, like all in all. Honestly, like even the little stuff, like there might be like some little CGI, little wonky
Yeah.
CGI moments and stuff like that, but like the story was top. Like that might just have became my favorite Marvel movie over Winter Soldier. So
Yeah. I mean, um, did you see the end credits
I did see the
little
end
clip?
credits. I did.
You did not.
I
Oh,
did.
you did. Okay. Yeah. So,
Bucky Barnes, the Winter
yep.
Soldier, who's
Yeah.
gonna be the White Wolf for them. For those that don't know, the White Wolf is. Let me just go comic book nerd on you guys. The White Wolf is. He was like the T'Challa's like adopted brother, adopted
Yeah.
white brother, in the comic books. So he was like a friend of me, like of Black Panther, which he seems to have like a lot of those. So
Right.
spoilers though, I don't think is I Killmonger might be the first villain I want to like for sure come back and not like be dead. Like I'm cool if they find a way to just like, oh, this is why he can live again, like type of deal. Like he was
uh,
just like too good. Like honestly, he was only in the movie for maybe like 20, 30 minutes, but like every time
yeah.
he was on it, he stole the scene like every single time. He was a
Yeah, for
monster, bro.
real.
He was a
It
beast.
seemed impossible for T'Challa to come back. I was like,
Oh, he was a beast, bro. It was it was good. It was better than like I expected, and I expected a lot, and they killed it. Definitely killed it.
yeah.
And now they're making like boatloads of money every weekend, just like
Yeah.
raking it in. It's ridiculous.
The best performing movie in the Marvel universe.
Solo
N-
movie.
n- Solo movie. Not series yet. Again.
The only ones
But
better were Avengers, which is, I mean, they have like 10 superheroes in that movie. So for this
yeah.
one to be, yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go see the movie. As you can tell, like we all loved it. So definitely go see Black Panther. But while they had a presence at the Oscars, they are unfortunately not nominated for this year's. What was nominated, we can go through that and see. You know, I have the list right here in front of me.
Yeah.
See who
I think
won.
Dario's got some winners apparently.
Oh, I
He's
definitely
pretty
have some.
excited to get to this list right now.
I
Like,
definitely have some
hey,
winners. I don't even know why you
you
should
got some
be
points on the
surprised by
board
this.
you know
Oh, I
about?
definitely got a lot of points on the board right now.
Shannon, did you check your points? You got the
I got at least one. I
yeah.
checked it the day after just because I was like, oh, I wonder if I even had any chance of winning, and I think I maybe got two or three, but definitely one because I got Coco, but that was a given, so
That was a given,
Yeah.
that's
except for
kind of a
Dareece,
giveaway.
No, I was like, I'm just gonna
for
pick
sure.
the opposite, and then so I know I didn't get that one. I'm pretty sure I know shit. I probably didn't get any, honestly, but I
Well, Lady
do
Bird didn't win
remember
like
hearing
anything.
Lady Bird didn't get shit, which I told y'all Lady Bird wouldn't get shit. So
I mean, all right.
I'm
So before
happy
we get
that I
into the
win that. I
actual,
win that debate. I won that argument.
all right. So before we actually get into like the winners and results, just tell me like what you guys thought about this year's Oscars. I mean, you saw the president tweet and like throw his shade. So what did you guys think about 2018 Oscars?
Too long,
Aren't they all that way though?
but it's always long,
Yeah.
so nothing new.
Hmm.
Get Out only won one thing, so that's my complaint.
Get Out
Yeah.
was Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, I think it's long, but it was still honestly probably one of the shortest because the speeches were like super short this year.
Yeah, they were turning the music on early.
Early,
Like,
like they were
I
getting up
was
out of
like,
there.
oh shit. When I saw the music on, they were like, for one of them, I don't even remember who it was, but like it was like 4 or 5 dudes were trying to talk, and like they cut the music on the first guy, and
Best
then all of
picture.
them had, yeah,
Yep.
and they all ran up like, oh, my
Go
people,
get him out of here.
Germany, hey.
I mean, no, that was definitely like a point of the show. Even like Jimmy's little half joke where he was like, "Oh, you win a jet ski for the shortest speech."
Yeah.
Like he was joking, but he was serious at the same time.
It's,
Like, I got to get up out of here.
right. It's like
So
give them
like
some incentive.
so the speeches weren't like very many like super heartfelt or emotional speeches. I didn't feel like.
Jordan Peele's is cool though.
Yeah, Jordan Peele was a good one.
He was like, "Hey, y'all are gonna mess up my jet ski." Like, like tell the crowd to be quiet so you can hurry up and get out of here.
Jordan Peele, Gary Oldman was a good one. Frances McDermott had a real. She's a character, man. She was
Yeah.
she's a little weird up there, but whatever.
Yeah.
She
She's
gave
weird.
a pretty good one, and Guillermo gave a good one. But I mean,
What about the performances? The few that they had.
music performances. I actually
Yeah.
didn't watch any of those, so you can tell
Yeah.
me about those if you saw them.
Well, I watched. I checked for the Mary J. performance, Mary J. Blige.
Uh-huh.
That was interesting. It was about. It's from Mudbound, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like really like gospel esque. But the build up to the song and then just like the way Mary J was carrying herself, it was like a really dope performance. I thought at first I was like, I don't know if Mary's got it still, but like toward the end, I was like, oh, this is dope. So, I thought that was probably like the most believable performance. Seemed like the vocals were a little weird for them for live. Like they weren't. It wasn't really set up for like a music vocal. So I don't know. It sounded a little bit off, but for everybody's performances. But Miguel, he was performing in like a trio for something. It was like all Spanish. He wasn't singing in Spanish, but
For Coco, probably.
yeah, I think for Coco. But I think him and the female killed that. The other guy I didn't really like, but. But yeah, I don't know. People don't really check for the Oscars for good performances, so I wasn't surprised at like its lacklusterness. Yeah.
What'd you think about Jimmy?
I don't know. I don't really like him, man. Honestly, he's just like I don't know. I feel like he's just like the one you get when you don't get exactly who you want. Like he's like the best backup you can have. Like.
The afterthought.
He knows everyone's lines. Like, like he can play any role, just put him in and he's good. Like
I'm just disappointed we didn't get a Matt Damon moment with him. That's the only thing I was looking for the whole time. Like at least we'll get, a Matt Damon moment. That's what he's known. That's
he
like
didn't really he kept it really like G-rated. Like he didn't really
sure.
That's why I was like, I don't really care because he didn't like as a comedian who used to be kind of edgy and stuff. You aren't really saying shit anymore.
He's a talk show host now, so like you don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
I mean, you see after they had Chris Rock up there, they definitely went the safe route, bro.
Oh yeah, they definitely reeled it in, but
they had to reel it back because he didn't hold back at all.
But I mean, he just got his Netflix special, so it didn't hurt him either.
I mean, Jimmy was just safe and just kept the show going, whatever. Some of his jokes
That's
were
what his
kind
talk
of funny.
show feels like. Except, the most raw thing he's done in like the last 10 years is the Mean Tweet series.
Mean Tweets is a beast.
I love those.
He didn't even do that. Did he do that?
Isn't that his show though?
Yeah, but I mean for the Oscars. I think
he didn't do that. Nah. They didn't do that this year.
Yeah, they didn't have that. They didn't have the Matt. Yeah, That's the only two things I check for Jimmy is the Matt Damon ongoing Matt Damon feud, and then the mean tweets, and he didn't do either of those. So I was like, nah,
I wish
not
I
feeling this
Jimmy
one.
Fallon instead.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I think he'd have more creative stuff for sure. Like the skits would have been way more creative.
I think he's just like he's not as safe though. They wanted somebody safe. Like Jimmy's probably gonna want to perform a little harder, like Fallon, than like
Yeah,
the
for
other.
such like a hot like social climate surrounding the Oscars,
Yeah,
it felt like it wasn't that touched on.
I
Yeah, they
mean,
need
Just
someone
like
conservative.
yeah, it was just
what they
like a
should have
little bit,
done.
and then let me stop, and then like a little, and then not going too far, going too hard on people, and then like stop.
Right.
But Chris
They need to have
didn't
a
hold back
female host soon, like next year.
for sure.
Or
If any year would have
like,
been a year to have the female a female host, it would have definitely
yeah, I
been
was
this
like,
year.
why do Jimmy again? Like, go get like somebody dope. Like,
I mean,
did y'all
when there was
talk
the
to
whole
like
Oscars so white controversy, they brought Chris Rock, so I don't understand why they didn't do the same thing here.
interesting facts? Yeah,
I
bring
guess
Tina
they,
Fey out or somebody. Like,
nah, you know those
nah.
guys at the top, they didn't want that heat, man.
Well, they didn't want to do Tiffany Haddish. They couldn't do that. Like,
She was like one of the funniest parts of the show when her
hell
little
yeah.
presentation, bro.
Are the
She's a
Oscars
beast.
too black now? Like that shit was hilarious.
She was
I was
probably
like,
the best part of the show, honestly.
yeah.
I don't know, it was kind of boring. I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch most of the highlights and most of the acceptance speeches.
The Oscars are hella boring. They're hella boring. That shit is so boring.
I was expecting a
Just
few
want to know
more
who wins.
fireworks, especially since a lot of female nominees were there, and you didn't really get any except for like Frances McDermott, who like called out all the
Hmm.
execs to like uh, start meeting with women and talking about like not just acting but like producing and screenwriting and directing and stuff like that.
Right.
That was like the most in your face type of moment throughout the whole night.
Yeah, that was like the Meryl Streep moment from last year. Like a
Yeah,
speech about like collective, but towards the industries with specific like
yeah. She definitely went for
criteria
the
to
industry.
tackle.
Nah, they didn't want that heat. So I think he got the memo. Keep it. You can
But
joke a
then,
little bit.
ironically, her Oscar got stolen or something. Like
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
did you hear
Uh,
about that shit?
I did because I
No?
watched Charlemagne. On he gave him Donkey of the Day.
Yeah.
For you haven't heard about this, Shannon?
No, tell me.
So this guy, like, I don't know. He's like a
Oh, like a prank guy?
no.
The
He's not even
Oscar
a prank
stuff.
guy. He's like one of those weird guys who just always wants to follow around like famous people and famous events and tries to like put himself into that moment and stuff like
Uh,
that. Like he just always hangs around.
So he'll probably have like 20 pictures of him with his favorite celebrity or something, but
Yeah,
like the celebrity doesn't know who that guy is, kind of person. They're like, oh,
he
I don't
was
even know this guy.
he was
Like
like
maybe
on
I
Instagram
seen him once.
with her trophy and was like, "Oh, I won this for music." Like, yeah, I got this for music tonight, like music awards, stuff like this. And like, he was like, he was hyping it up so much. Oh, I want an Oscar, I want an Oscar. Like, and everyone's like, okay, cool, bro. Like, because nobody like really looked at the trophy and like saw who it was from. And like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it was weird. Like, it was just weird. It was just like he was trying to live his fantasy through like somebody else, and like he took her trophy and was like, "Oh, I won this through music," and was posting it on like Instagram and stuff like this, and taking pictures with other actors and their Oscars and stuff. Oh, we won
Yeah.
Oscars like tonight. Like it was, it was just like a random guy. First of all, how he got backstage to even get it, I have no idea. Like it was just like
That's
some
the
random guy.
science. A lot of people, there's people out there that are like professional,
Yeah,
get
he's
on the
one of
red
those. He
carpet
like
and get behind stage
just
people.
does stuff like this and like gets around. He just wants to be around like that whole circle and like crowd and like tries to put himself into it. And oh, I want it for music. I'm just like, oh my god, like you have to watch the video. I can't even do it justice right now, but it was just like I couldn't stop watching it. It
Yeah.
was just like this dude clearly has issues, and now he's being charged with like a serious crime. So
I hope it was worth it.
he got his 15 minutes of fame. But
yeah,
so I did forget. I forgot about that. She did get her Oscar stolen by this guy. It was just a weird ass situation.
Some other random ridiculous shit. Like what? Okay. So yeah, that happened.
So that's how we felt about the Oscars. For those of you that did watch the Oscars, or if you were like Trump and talk about the ratings, let us know what you thought about him. What you thought about Jimmy. What you thought about the speeches. Do you think they did a good job of doing like the Me Too and Time's Up moment? I personally don't think they did, but let us know. Comments below, wherever this goes up. Now, onto the main show. I've been waiting for this all week.
The drum roll, please.
I already know he's gonna win, so.
I don't know.
I'm just like, I told you my saving grace already. I'm probably gonna get washed in this competition this time. I told you, I told you, Lady Bird was trash. And Lady Bird didn't get shit because it was trash. I was like,
they got. Oh, what did they? I guess we'll
go. They got something. It wasn't director. It wasn't. No. It wasn't anything that that had to do
they didn't even really mention it at all, honestly.
Nah, because it was.
So
late.
I only got glancing looks at what I picked, and I just, I was happy with some of my calls, and I didn't even look at yours or Shannon, so I can't say. But we can do that right now. We're just gonna start right at the back. Best Picture, Shape of Water. I told you.
I need to see it now. Now I really need to see it.
I was surprised. I was like, okay, all right.
I don't love the movie. I saw it.
I know you said that. Yeah.
It had all the elements of like what would win for Best Picture this year. It was like a quasi musical. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro, who's getting his basically legacy awards this year.
Right.
Had like 2 lead women, and like it's just like this is gonna win. And for sure, it was like an old timey, almost Hollywood movie too. Like it was inspired by all his old favorite movies. And for sure, like it won, and I wasn't even surprised. I'm pissed that Get Out didn't win.
Yeah.
Which is clearly the biggest movie of the year last year.
Right.
Like it was the most original. Well, I won't say. Yes, it was the most original.
Yeah, I mean, how many movies spark a challenge? There was a Get Out challenge. A lot of movies, there's not a challenge that comes out of it just because of a scene, like the running scene when you run and then you dart.
Yeah,
that Get Out shit was hard. Like that whole thing, that was a wave.
Yeah, it was the biggest, by far the biggest cultural moment of the entire year in movies, and like, but this is just the industry being so out of touch once again with like what's actually going on and like the culture and like movies and what people are actually talking about. Mm-hmm. And Shape of Water won. So like I'm pissed that Get Out didn't win because that's definitely should have won. But I'm not too pissed because it is a genre film and I do love Guillermo del Toro. So it's a kind of win. But it's definitely win on my board. I got one. You picked Shannon picked Lady Bird.
Not because I wanted it to win. I started like thinking the day or two before the Oscars like that. I started having like a panic attack. I was like, the 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, whatever that's called. I was like, that's gonna win everything. Like I completely changed my mind, and I was like, wow, it's gonna sweep everything. And then thankfully I was wrong. But
yeah,
I knew where it was gonna sweep, but I didn't think it was good enough to sweep the Best Picture. The story isn't good enough. But Dareece picked Phantom Thread, which for sure he hasn't even seen, so I don't even know why he picked it, but he picked it.
Trailer looked good.
Stop lying. You're not gonna watch it. You're not even gonna watch it.
I'll watch it eventually.
I would say at least watch The Shape of Water. It is a unique movie still. Like it still deserves something, like for sure. Mm-hmm. Best Director. One best. No, let's go. So I'm going off this list. So Best Actor.
I think I got this one. I think.
You did. Oh, snap. Gary Oldman.
Ooh,
well, they went on a tangent about Gary Oldman, I remember now. So.
Mm-hmm. Dareece.
I picked Daniel
Daniel Day Lewis,
Day-Lewis.
just because Phantom Thread. Like I told you, like
Hey, it's Daniel Day-Lewis, bro. I
he
mean,
is. I agree, but Gary Oldman has been doing this for so long and hasn't won one. I was like, they're gonna give him a career Oscar, basically. It always
yeah,
happens. This is what the
yeah,
Oscars
he
does.
deserved it. So,
They rarely give it out the first time, but if like you keep
mhm.
getting nominated, they eventually give you like your career. Like, oh yeah, you've been doing well for so long. Here you go.
Your participation trophy.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like they did
I,
Leo.
I, no, I
Yeah.
will say that
Come
I
on, man.
actually before the Oscars I actually did go back and watch some of these movies,
Yeah.
and I watched Darkest Hour,
Hmm.
and I watched Roma J. Israel, and obviously I seen Get Out. So I watched 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Denzel was cool, but it was just not best actor worthy. It was like not his best
Mhm.
role for sure. Daniel Kaluuya, more of the movie I think than necessarily him. So I didn't see that winning. And then Gary Oldman, like if you watch The Darkest Hour, you forget
Mhm.
that it's even him, like playing Winston Churchill. First of all,
Nice.
he looks nothing like him because he's got so much like prosthesis on, like he looks just like somebody else, and the acting, like
Hmm.
you forget, like this is Gary Oldman, like so.
Yeah.
Another win in the bag for me. Congrats, Shannon. Dareece,
Yay,
you still
I'm on the
suck.
board.
Hey, it's all good. Gotta get one, hopefully.
All right, best actress. We all lost on this one. We all went. Me and Shannon went the Lady Bird route with
I told y'all it was crazy.
I really
Y'all
thought
was
she
Leonard.
was
crazy on that. Y'all was crazy. I told y'all it was
Look,
crazy.
but I said this, but I said I also think it would be Frances McDormand because Three Billboards Outside Ebbing was like a killer role for her,
Yeah.
and she ended up winning. So I wasn't even mad at that.
Yeah.
You chose Hawkins, Sally Hawkins from The Shape of Water.
Yep.
I wouldn't. She's probably close in the votes, but Frances McDormand won. So congrats to her.
Yeah.
Best
Definitely.
Supporting Actor. Another one in the bag for me. Sam Rockwell. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I had the right movies, but the wrong guy, because I
Yes, you picked Woody
picked.
Harrelson.
Yeah.
So I get a half a point.
No,
No half points on the board.
Dareece went to Christopher Plummer,
Yeah. That was
which is
absolutely.
crazy that he's even nominated.
Yeah.
He's literally in the movie for like all of 20 minutes, and then maybe even 20 minutes, and then he was a reshoot. Like he was a reshoot of a guy who already did it. Like it's crazy that
Yeah,
he
I
got
just thought that
nominated
was
for that.
hilarious. I thought like, well, shit, man. If he makes the character his own, he should win an Oscar for it.
But if you would have seen Three Birds Outside of at Missouri, you would have went Sam Rockwell too, because he was a beast in that role.
Yeah, that's just what happens. When I'm uninformed, I make terrible decisions. But when I am informed,
99% of the time.
nah, my informed decisions are great. Hence the last time we did an award show.
Best Supporting Actress. We all chose Mary J. We all lost.
We all chose Mary
Yeah,
J.
we all chose her. She lost to I, Tanya's Allison Janney, who played Tanya Harding's mom.
Oh
Now,
yeah, that was her first nomination too, I think.
was it? Probably. I think she's more of a comedic actor, I think, typically.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, yeah, so I went back, I watched Mudbound and I, Tanya before the Oscars, so if I would have watched I, Tanya before, I would have chose her because she was
Mm.
like she did own that role. She was like a huge part of that movie.
Yeah.
And I watched Mudbound, and Mary J is good in it, but she's just like a small part comparatively.
Right.
So yeah, lost on that one. Best writing adapted screenplay. I chose Logan. Uh,
I told you about we just had a conversation about those movies and you still went with
I said I have to because that is my movie. Like I had to. Like it didn't matter what was up against. It was going to
Yeah,
be Logan, my choice, regardless.
right.
It had to be.
That's a good choice though.
You
Logan
chose
was a
this.
dope
I
movie.
mean, honestly, it's literally to me it was the best adapted because it's like this, you read the source material and then you see how it came out.
Yeah.
It was just come on. Anyways, the disaster artist Shannon picked. Oh, Dareece, you got a point.
Thanks,
You picked "Call Me by Your
my
Name."
man.
I feel like you definitely just pulled that out of thin air, but
Bro, that that was a good call. I mean, if you watch that trailer, it's like so mysterious, but looks like so well done. And honestly, the trailer kills Lady Bird. So if the trailer killed Lady Bird, then it should win a Grammy for something.
well, you have like a natural hate for Lady Bird though, so I don't know like
I
how
just
I can
don't.
take
I
that.
hate when mediocreness is held like as like an example of like something to aim for. Like it got more. It got more. Like more people talked about that movie than like a lot of other movies that probably should have got a little bit more.
I mean, it's because of when it came out, like
Yeah.
towards the end of the year, right before the Oscar nominations. It's like that
Right.
perfect timing. I think if Get Out would have came out around then, it would have been the exact same.
Mm. Interesting. There might be timing for directors out there. You might want to.
I mean, yeah, they call it Oscar season. That's when they try to put all their hard hitting, like indie almost type movies out there.
Mhm.
Specifically, Fox Searchlight, which
Mhm.
kills it like every year in the Oscars now.
Mhm.
They put out The Shape of Water like right around Oscars time.
Right.
So, Three Billboards close to around that time. Like they know what they're doing.
Mhm.
Best original screenplay. We all got points here. We chose Get Out.
Thanks. Yeah.
If
Shout out
that
to
wouldn't have
Jordan.
won Best Original Screenplay, like it's a
If
joke at this
that
point.
didn't win, I would have been. That probably would have sent me off. Like off. Like I'd probably be talking shit about the Oscars right now. If like, to be honest, because
I mean, so
that
it
would have
got
been.
what 3 nominations? It won two out of three. Not bad,
Yeah.
not bad. It should have won the one it really should have
Director
won, but no,
or best
actually, no, it got 1 out of 3. You're right,
1 out of 3. Yeah, they only
one out
got
of three.
because Guillermo got director.
Yeah, so Best Director, I chose Jordan Peele. You chose Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Shannon chose Del Toro.
I did get this one. Oh my god. I mean, I'm sad. I wanted him to win, obviously, but
Yeah. Well, good work.
I
See,
got
Yeah,
you
I
chose
did
hard on
better.
that one.
I just have that nostalgic feeling, Like I know Jordan Peele from Mad TV days, Like he's come a long way.
Real though.
But Del Toro definitely has been snubbed many times as well. And like now he's like really just starting to get his just due recognition. So again, it was like a career award type of deal. Like, oh yeah, here you go. You can finally, walk on stage. So I wasn't too mad at that. Can't be too mad at that.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, best picture,
He
got to
deserved it.
actor credit,
He had
right?
like 13 nominations.
Yeah.
So can't be too mad. Animated feature. Me and Shannon picked the easiest choice out of the entire show. Like the
No,
entire show. This is the
English.
easiest one.
Which one did I pick?
You picked Loving Vincent, the artist, and you couldn't
Oh
get.
shit. Okay, that makes sense. I
And you
picked
picked
some
Coco.
artsy shit over some popular shit.
Yes. Pixar is gonna win that category, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's
They
facts.
literally win it almost every time they're even in it. Like,
Yeah,
They
it's just
do
a given.
it every time.
there's thousands of people that work on them shits. They better win that shit.
I mean, the same for me. Like, Coco's not my favorite Pixar movie, uh, but I just knew, just Pixar, Disney. People that don't even know the animated field are just gonna go ahead and choose Pixar just assume that they made the best movie,
Right.
regardless.
Yeah. They dominated my childhood. They're dominating the new generation's childhood.
Definitely are. We're getting Incredibles 2, so I'll be back for that one too.
Oh, Incredibles 2. That shit's gonna be lit.
Monster. Um, Last category. So that's cinematography. This was the one I told you. Again.
Yeah, you said it
Career.
was
I told you.
obvious.
Career. He's been doing this for 30 years and he's never won one. And finally, he got his Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Finally. Well deserved. The movie looks incredible. He killed it cinematography wise. You guys chose
Christopher Nolan.
Hoyt van Hoytema for Dunkirk.
Oh.
Dunkirk.
He chose Dunkirk. I mean, not a bad choice. It was a well shot movie. Like all
Yeah, I mean that worked. That
Christopher
war
Nolan
shit.
movies. War
Shots,
movies
lighting.
typically win because they're great for shots like that.
Yeah.
But a career
Explosion, all that shit. So.
after a 30-year career of never winning, and you finally put out like this masterpiece sequel to a masterpiece movie.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, okay, here you go. So finally got one, and he gave like a 30-second speech. So I'm pretty sure he won the jet ski.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, oh, and my wife, whatever.
That's how you do.
And I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for my team. We've been working 30 years. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Like, bro, you only been waiting 30 years for this. Like, nah, you weren't having it this year.
Yeah. Well, what's cool? What's funny is like they get that little speech, but then like after backstage,
Yeah,
like
backstage
on
they do
they
one more.
get to talk for like 20 minutes, like so they get to do a whole speech. And, like,
I mean, I guess
I
I
don't know.
I mean, not every actor does it, but you know, when actors finally get like their big, a lot of times it's like they're crying and they're like super emotional and like you get this super long speech, and I was just expecting more of that, and you didn't get it.
Yeah. No, he didn't want the music played on him. You know.
They didn't play it on Frances McDormand. She went on for like 4 minutes. Surprised.
I don't think they played the music on any women.
They did. Best Picture.
Oh.
Right
that
after
one's
Guillermo did his speech, second guy tried to run up, and then like they started playing the music, and like he's looking like hoping that like they would stop it, like give him a pause so he could speak. Nah, kept it going, turned it up even louder. It's kind of awkward moment, you know, and then like, but as you can see, people, I won. I have 5 points.
5
Shannon,
to
you did
2.
good. Your first one, you got 3.
Not bad.
Oh,
Not bad.
Not bad.
There you
Dareece,
go.
1.
No.
1.
Hey.
You would have gotten 2 if you listened to me and said Coco.
Easily, the easiest pick. He couldn't do it. He's an artist. He couldn't pick against artist movie. That's all.
That's true.
No.
It was beautiful though. It was a beautiful movie.
Have you even? I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I have.
See, this is why I don't respect it, Dareece. He picked
The last
it.
animation I saw was Moana, bro. It took me like months to see that movie. Still, it's gonna take me forever to see this.
It, bro.
I saw Moana for the first time like a month ago, dog. It's gonna take me time to get to these animations.
But this was like specifically aimed at like artists, bro.
I know. That's okay.
So let us know if you guys had your own Oscar pools going. I know a lot of people do that. Were you the winners, or did you end up like Dareece? Sadly at the end.
Hey,
let us know.
I got to pick right though.
Do you think they got the winners right, the nominations right? Think people got snubbed? Let us know in the comments below. I actually don't think it was that big of a year for snubs. I think for the most part, it was all like respectable picks. So
nothing too shocking.
no, I wasn't shocked by like any of the wins. Like no Lady Bird didn't sneak in there and get a ton of stuff like that. So,
That would have been shocking.
yeah.
That's it.
I haven't seen the movie. I still won't. I probably will never see the movie, but I haven't seen the movie.
You won't. You'll never watch it. And you talking about me?
I didn't pick Lady Bird.
I don't care. Okay.
I feel like I have to watch it because the director's from Sacramento, and that's where I used to live, or outside of Sacramento. So I feel like I need to watch it.
Sex. Yeah. Interesting. That makes sense. It's got that vibe.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. No, I want to know your thoughts. You gotta let me know what you think about that movie, just so I don't sound as crazy.
I mean, I feel like now, like, you have to see The Shape of Water since it won so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna see that too.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I typically watch the Best Picture if I haven't seen it, always just to see what it's all about. Normally, I walk away pissed, like when I watch The Artist.
Yeah.
Was not feeling that one when it went. I was like, all right. And
Yeah.
I won't see La La Land because I'm just not. I can't watch a musical.
Oh.
Looks like you like La La Land.
Oh no, I've never seen it, but I love musicals. So.
Oh.
I've heard.
never seen it either.
I haven't heard good things though, so.
I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's great," and then some people are like, "It was absolutely terrible." So.
I heard the ending was bad, but.
Dareece, you've seen La La Land, haven't you?
I don't know the rest of it.
No,
definitely not. Nope. I mean, I don't really check for musicals. It's hard for them to be good. They got to be really like socially conscious for me to want to care about a musical. Like Rent, that was a great musical, but like other stuff, it's hard to
be a Disney movie for me to watch.
Oh, facts, yeah. And I don't even consider those. I just like for me, there's just like
they're definitely
along in a Disney movie.
Have you seen Frozen? I've seen Frozen about 1,000 times thanks to my nieces, and it's literally a musical. There's like 10 minutes of the story, and the rest is just singing.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's interesting. That's the formula, bro. That's how you get them hooked.
It's true, because she was on literally for about 2 years straight, and it was the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah, man.
I'd be happy if I never heard Frozen again. Working at Disney World for 4 months, I'm good.
You work? Okay. The only songs I've messed with were Lion King, honestly.
Yeah.
That's about it. Mulan had some good songs.
Mulan had some good songs. I like some of the Tarzan joints that Phil Collins did.
It's one of the best soundtracks of all time. Like, fight me about it. I will defend that album till, like, my dying breath. It's great.
Which one?
The Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
great
Phil
music.
Collins.
I didn't think it was a great movie.
No, it wasn't. But the
soundtrack was dope.
Yeah.
But come on, Lion King, Hakuna Matata, like, The Circle of Life, beast.
I know, but sonically, if I just wanted to put on the music, I would probably rather listen to Lion King 2's soundtrack versus Lion King 1 soundtrack.
Bro, I will never watch Lion King 2.
What about one?
What do you mean never? You don't know about Kovu, bro?
Never will I watch Lion King 2.
Oh, come on, bro.
Bro,
you sleeping?
Don't.
Bro, one of the best Lion King songs is on the second one, bro.
Never will
that
happen,
shit is
bro.
Fucking fire.
Never will happen. That's blasphemy, bro.
Oh my god, you are so sleeping right now. How? I bet
you're one of those. So hold on, you're one of those people that have watched Sandlot 2.
No, I'm not watching Sandlot 2.
Exactly. That's the whole point. I'm not watching Lion King 2, bro. Like, don't make a sequel like that, a straight to DVD sequel that's already from a perfect movie.
All right.
Garbage. It was like 1.5 and Lion King 2 and like what all this other
1.5. I don't know what the hell that was.
Like Timon and Pumbaa movie.
Yeah, those Timon and Pumbaa.
I'm cool with that. That's like a spinoff. but like
I think that was just for merch in
Nah,
like a video game. I think they just wanted to spin off those two as like
they
a
had their own
money
TV
grab.
show,
Yeah, the money
their own
grab.
Pumbaa show. Why not? They
Because
were
nobody
iconic.
remembers those episodes. Do you? I'm pretty
I
sure I
did.
watched it. I
I
don't
did
remember
watch
shit.
all of them, but I don't remember them. But I watched Timon and Pumbaa, bro.
But you won't watch Lion King 2. But you watch the Timon and
Hell
Pumbaa.
no. That's blasphemy, bro. We just talked about this. You're not watching Sandlot 2. Why would I watch Lion King 2?
Oh my God, those are not even close.
How are they not? They're both direct
Because
to DVD after a basically perfect childhood movie.
because Sandlot 2, first of all, one's an animation and one's live action. So the timelessness is much different than that
Well, I'll
of
tell you
a
what.
Sandlot 2.
For whatever reason, my brother bought my niece a DVD of Lion King 2, and it just
Yeah.
happened to go missing. So
It's probably
we're
broke
not
because she
watching
watched
that
it
in
too
my house,
much.
bro.
She watched it so many times and
We're
scratched
not.
it.
We're no. We're not
That's what
watching that in
happened.
my house. Strictly Lion King, bro. Strictly Lion. I don't even know
All
how I feel
right.
about this live action remake.
All right.
It has Beyonce in it, so it's gonna be lit. So
Oh, I forgot about that.
Here's my thing.
and
Are
like
they
a
like
bunch
gonna
of
be
other people.
lions or like what are they? Like with
Oh, I
people?
don't know. I think it's gonna be like the Jungle Book remake, which I never saw because I'm not
There were
really a big
literally
fan of
no
the Jungle
people in.
Book.
Oh, the Jungle Book remake was kind of painful.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that's Beyonce.
okay. It was
Yeah,
okay.
it was okay, but then painful because of it was like they did a lot of stuff like perfect and then like dropped the ball. So
Because
But
they used
that's
all their money on the CGI. So
CGI was. It's just weird because when you always have a lot like a real human, then you have CGI
yeah,
animals that talk. It's like
the talk, yeah,
never
the whole time,
feels right, you know.
yeah. It's a little difficult.
And it's different because I don't think Jungle Book is a good story, whatever, but it's nowhere near as big as Lion King was. So like to see them, like what
Yeah.
are they gonna do? Is it gonna be people? They gonna be lions? Like what's the story? Like
I mean, they're probably gonna just I
I
don't
don't
know. I feel like
foresee
they're gonna
CGI lions
fuse. They're probably gonna fuse
talking.
things from like the Broadway production. I bet they're gonna like take things from like what they've seen on stage and mix it together with like the storyline that we know and love. Because I think they tweak a few things maybe here and there, but I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I don't have high expectations because anytime there's like a live action of something, I hold judgment because I know how hard it is to like do that. It's like really hard to do live action from an animation and make it good.
I mean, like if they were live people, I'd be kind of okay with that, but still not completely. But if it's like all CGI animals talking, like nah, I can't do that. Like, not watching that. Apparently they're doing a Mulan one too. So
What?
and
yeah,
Aladdin.
Well,
and Aladdin.
Mulan makes
Oh god,
sense.
I feel like Aladdin could be cool.
You can't though.
Oh,
really?
okay.
The
Is the
movie's
genie gonna
so
be human,
good.
like a
The
real human
cartoon
being?
is
Like
so good that like making a live action movie would kind of ruin it unless it was like 2 hours long.
I mean, kids love them, I guess, but it's like for the people like us, like that grew up with these kind of like it sucks. Like it sucks. I feel like you're just messing with perfection
Right.
just to sell more, just to make more money, basically.
And
Unless
that's
it
what I'm saying.
actually ends up being good.
But have their live actions really been that good?
I don't.
I haven't seen one that nothing really.
Maleficent, terrible,
I didn't see it.
It wasn't
horrible,
terrible.
horrible, horrible,
It was just like it was kind of messy.
horrible.
But
Alice
it
in
was
Wonderland,
Yeah,
not
no.
that great, bro.
yeah.
Jungle Book, like it's just okay. Like, all right, like cool, Jungle Book, bro. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, you're right.
We'll see. We'll see. Give it a chance.
I will reserve judgment, but my expectations are very low for these being good.
Yeah,
Fair.
I don't have. Like I said, I reserve judgment. I never have high expectations for a live action
I mean,
adaptation.
cool they have Beyonce, but I mean, Maleficent had Angelina Jolie, and it sucked. So
Yeah, it felt like she was trying so hard to like put
she
that
was. She
movie on
wanted
her
to be such
shoulders.
a good movie, but like, no. They're like, this isn't gonna be a good movie. This isn't what you think it's gonna be. Like, appreciate you
Yeah,
trying though. Appreciate the effort. Like, she really went all out for it. You can tell.
she
It's
did. Like she was doing well. Like there were moments when she was like really like, kind of almost tear jerking and trying to like get it
the
going, but
story
like
and like the pacing is so garbage that it's like, nah.
you get lost. Yeah, you can't stay with her and like in the story and then you don't care when it resolves. Like I don't know, it's kind of weird.
And what's Beyonce's best role ever? In Goldmember? Like,
Best role ever? Nah, bro. Cadillac Records probably or Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. Nah, I'm going Goldmember.
Are you kidding me?
Nah, I'm going Goldmember.
Oh, when she say Shazam, like when she punched somebody, like it
I
was
forget
like,
what it was.
oh
I haven't
man,
seen
bro.
it in a minute.
I
But
can't believe you doing her like that.
I'm gonna ask
Nah.
somebody else their best role.
What about Carmen, the hip hopera?
Never seen it.
You never saw the hip hopera?
Nope. I don't
Carmen,
watch musicals.
bruh.
If they're
This was the
singing,
first
I
hip
don't
hopera.
want to see it.
It was released on MTV in like, oh, I don't even know. Like 15 years ago. Like 10, I don't even know, 10, 15 years ago. It's crazy. It was like her first time acting or some shit. But
I liked that Obsessed movie where she threw that girl off the side of the banister, and pretty sure she
oh,
killed her. That was a good movie. She
she's
was
an
crazy.
obsessed.
Obsessed. Don't think I
Yeah,
saw
I
it.
think I saw that.
it wasn't a very good movie, but the end was good.
Mm.
Like The
Okay.
Mist.
Yeah. The Mist.
Like The Mist. Great ending. Fantastic.
Yeah, that shit is so painful though. Stop bringing up that movie, dog.
No, I'm gonna keep plugging it as many times as I can because people need to
Oh
watch
my.
this masterpiece, bro. Top five.
You were gonna
Top five.
fuck people up. That
Top
movie
five
is
Stephen
sad,
King
bro.
movie.
Yeah. What? Oh, didn't we do this already? We
Top
talked
five.
about
Top five Stephen King movie, bro.
top five. Shannon, we need your top five Stephen King movies. I think me and Dario went through and we were like, all right, these are the best, but like off top, what do you think are your favorite? Just a couple. You don't have to name a whole five, but like what are a few you like?
I don't even think I've seen 5, which is sad, but
Oh, you probably
uh,
have. You just didn't know they were Stephen
Yeah, it
King.
had to. The
I've seen them.
Shining.
I've
You've
never
seen them.
seen Shining. Isn't that horrible?
That is horrible.
I've seen bits and pieces, but
Oh man.
Okay.
Iconic Jack Nicholson.
That
You
might
have
be
to.
some homework. I can't believe. Like, I'm just like, what? You haven't seen the Here's Johnny? Like, you haven't seen the
I mean,
build up to
I,
that and then the chase? Oh,
The little twin girls in the hallway. Like,
I know
bruh.
parts, but I haven't seen the collective whole, so I
Yeah.
will do that. I mean, the new It, obviously. I don't really. Everyone would say that, but
You saw that though, right? Yeah. Okay. Good.
definitely.
Yeah. That movie's tight. So that's on your list.
What else have I seen that I don't know? It's Stephen King. I'm trying
you
to
see
think.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah. See, another one you don't think about. Yeah.
Stephen King is everywhere. The Green
Green
Mile.
Mile.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so I probably have seen 5. I just wasn't thinking that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
then
Green
you have The
Mile.
Mist. Top five, bruh. The Mist.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no,
Trying to think.
I have a lot of homework to do.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen? You had to see Carrie, or
You
no?
didn't see Carrie?
I didn't even see the horrible remake either, which is
Yeah,
probably
for sure. I didn't see the remake either.
Which remake? There's like
Of Carrie,
12.
the latest one with the girl
2016,
from Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. No, I didn't see that one either.
You did
Cujo,
not. It was so bad.
Cujo.
Stand by Me, Misery.
Misery.
Okay, I have seen Misery, so
Kathy
Ah,
Faye.
see, there you go. You for sure have seen more. I told you, Steve, it's impossible. It's like I don't think there's a person that's been like older than 20 that hasn't seen at least 5 Stephen King movies. It's impossible. They're everywhere, and you don't even know, like, oh, this is a Stephen King movie.
Yeah. He's
Like,
just done too much work.
Sneaky.
like The Green Mile. Like, well, then you wouldn't even know it's Stephen King work, but it is.
I
The
forgot all
Shining. Like, oh, these are all Stephen King's. He's everywhere.
about.
And The Mist was one of his greatest works.
I still like Misery better, more than The Mist.
Like that ending was beastly.
I
Made me an
know.
instant fan.
I just had flashbacks of like whenever they show like aliens or like some kind of thing like that, I always think about science and how that ruined the movie. So
No, I don't. No, not this conversation.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I think about every time.
The conversation was already ended. People already sided with me, so I'm not going down this road again.
Yeah, they didn't say it was a good movie though.
I thought you were gonna say that they already
That
turned
is
off.
better.
Yes, but...
But
So,
anyways,
any new TV shows you're watching?
actually, I just binged through 2 seasons of the show. Hap and Leonard. You guys heard of it?
No.
Hap and Leonard.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Sound
it's
like something.
well, no, it's weird because like I saw it and I was like, what the hell is this? And then
Like
it's
all of
the
those.
that guy that black dude from the Wire. What's that guy's name? With the scar on his face, like the shit.
I don't know the.
I gotta look his
I
name
don't
up.
know the actor's name,
But basically, this is a
but I know
film.
Omar's coming. Like Omar, it's Omar.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I call him Omar, but like I
Yeah, I
just
don't
don't
know
know.
his actor's name. Everybody
Yeah.
just knows him as Omar. So
So Omar is a lead character in this, and he's like basically it's like a duo of 2 guys that kind of grew up together. But the show it's weird because it's like kind of a murder mystery show. But these guys are just like 2 just like random dudes. One's ex-military, Omar, but he's actually a gay black man, and it's set in like the 80s. So like he went to Vietnam and all
Wait,
that, but he's like
Omar's
an
gay
old
again?
man. Yeah, Omar's gay again. Yep.
he's a
But
murderer.
no, he's an ex-Marine that is basically poor still and working with his best friend in like a field picking flowers, and then they get an offer to like help do some shit. So then basically they get caught in all this like, danger and bullshit and blah blah blah. But like the plot unfolds and people get killed and shit gets crazy. But it drew me in pretty quickly. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it actually turned out to be really dope.
What's the name of it?
Hap, HAP. So that's their names basically, Hap and Leonard, and it's really deceptive because it looks like a western or something because they're like country basically, and it's like all of the advertising, even the description, like didn't really seem like exactly what I was watching when I read it anyway. But okay, I couldn't stop watching it, and it's like 2
Well,
seasons. I killed it.
there's some clear problems with promotion. For one, they should never call it what they called it. That like it's a
Facts.
terrible name for a TV show.
Hap
Never
and
heard of
Leonard.
it.
It's on Netflix though.
Yeah, no, haven't heard it. I'm watching Counterpart. I think I told you a little bit about that. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a stars sci-fi, kind of sci-fi because like something happens where our worlds get like split into like 2 dimensions basically, but we're like on the same plane, so you can literally cross over and like you have a doppelganger that like had your
Mm-hmm.
same life up until like that one big moment, like and like you see how two exact same people can have like different lives because of like one
Right.
big moment in their lives where it changed and you went this way or you went this way, so like you see the version of yourself that went a different way,
Mm-hmm.
but like the general world doesn't know about it. Only like these secret government agencies know about it, and like
Mm-hmm.
and they're kind of like at a cold war because one side blames the other for something that happened, and like there's like assassinations and it's like a spy thriller at the same time. And
Yeah.
oh, it's interesting. It's interesting. Very interesting concept.
Right.
It's starting to get really good actually. And like the whole thing of like some people like killing themselves and like taking their like positions on the other side, like it's strange, but it's good. So I watched that, and then I don't watch anything else. Just like my normal.
Oh, Michael K. Williams. That's Omar's name. Michael K. Williams, the actor.
Well, I'm gonna keep calling him Omar.
I'm
That's what I know him as. I'm gonna just keep calling him Omar. I'm pretty sure everybody who sees him on the street, like, oh, Omar's coming. Like, that's Omar, bro. Forever and always. That's just one of those roles that he's forever gonna be stuck in.
Oh, and
what about you, Shannon?
Yeah, Shannon, what you seen recently? You binge watching anything?
I'm still powering through Friends and The Office, so.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask you. What season are you on The Office?
5, middle of 5, I think.
I think that might have been like one of the last great seasons.
I think Michael's last season is 6, so.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes after that.
6 or 7.
6 starts to go a little downhill, and then when Michael leaves, it's like, it's never quite the same.
Pretty sure I stopped watching because I thought it was gonna come. I was like, maybe it'll come back, and like
I literally thought he was coming back. I was like, I really believed him when he's like just going on vacation or whatever it was he was doing, and I was like, oh yeah, he'll be back. Like, oh, he'll come back. Like, no, he left the show. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
So
I don't even know how it ends. Honestly, I don't remember how.
I really don't. Like, honestly, I don't really remember the ending too, and I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it didn't leave much of an impact, and I was just like, it was much more when Michael left. It was like that felt like almost like the real end of the show, you know?
Right.
So you still loving it?
Yeah, I think so. I have a lot of friends that keep telling me like, oh, when he leaves, it's not that bad. Like, it's still a good show, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, we'll see.
It's not like it's not a terrible show because I mean, obviously, still have like the same people, but it's just such a different like dynamic with the guy that comes in than when he's there. And then Steve Carell was just so good in that role that it's like it's never.
Yeah, the type of comedy relief isn't the same.
Yeah.
So then you start looking at other characters differently. So then the character dynamics all shift to basically slightly.
Yeah. But, for sure.
I don't know. I don't hate Andy as much as I did before, but I can't see him replacing Michael. I just don't.
Well,
they're not.
Does, so you get used to that.
You can't
prepare yourself.
I mean, when they start kind of.
But they're not the same person.
Yeah, exactly. No. Like he's a very different character than Michael. Like he tries to be awkward and whatever, but it's such a sometimes not in a like as likable or funny way as Michael is.
Mm-hmm.
Where like Michael's like, oh, like it's hard to watch because you know how awkward he's about to do, but it's still like you have to watch it happen. And it's kind of like, oh, this is just weird just for the sake of being weird, you know? Like,
yeah. Well, you just assume he's smart enough to know better, whereas with Michael, you don't really assume that he's smart enough to know better.
He's just an idiot. Like, it's just like,
he's so you're an idiot. So yeah, that's why it's different. Like, cause like when you look at him, like, oh, he's smart enough to know better. Like, the weird things that will happen aren't like as like bust out funny. So I lost some of the bust out funny stuff.
Is Michael seeing that one chick right now?
Yeah, Holly moved to New Hampshire, which I thought was hilarious, which I'm like, really? Like, they said that? And I was like, that's so funny. But then I looked it up, and I guess they wanted, they wanted to put Dunder Mifflin in New Hampshire at first, but they decided to go with Pennsylvania instead. So I thought that was interesting. It's like, what? Because they said Nashua, and I'm like, I know where that is. Like, I've done there. I thought it was an odd choice, but I was like, it makes sense that they would make that weird choice because it's just a weird show. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was sad.
That's like me in college, University of Nevada. It was like Reno 911. Oh yeah, so they shot here for real? Like, no, they didn't shoot here. Like, oh okay.
Yeah, no, that's so funny. Shows do that. But
So yeah, The Office, one of my all-time favorite shows. Friends, not so much.
I'm
Not
still
so
liking it.
much.
It's still good. I still have the same issues with it, but it's entertaining, and I'm too far in now to ever give up, so I have to finish.
yeah,
I've never watched. I'm for sure never finished Friends, but I was never that big of a fan.
I've seen it all.
You've seen it all?
Yeah, it was the only thing. It was like the cable joint. I saw it all unfold on cable back in the day.
But at the same time, Friends is on. I'm pretty sure like Martin and all those shows were on too. So
I watched all of Martin. I've seen every episode of Martin as well.
have you
They
seen
went on
Martin,
at the same
Shannon?
time.
No.
Oh, that
That
Martin
I would
Lawrence
be
TV
interested to
show?
see. Yeah,
You have to check that out.
that's
Cause
See,
there's
like
there's
some.
all these shows that I don't know where I can watch them or movies.
Oh yeah,
well,
Netflix
Older
needs
stuff.
to get that.
I know some illegal places, but we can do that off screen.
Yeah,
Right.
send me the link. I'll watch. There's
But
always
Martin, yeah, that's like. I mean, most black people, that's probably like the sitcom that most of us would rank as like the greatest sitcom
Because
ever.
it's not a family show. It's a it's kind of like Friends in that they're like middle. They're like coming of age, like young adults
Yeah, young
basically
adults.
living in the big city. I think they're in. Are they in New York? Where are they? Where's that set?
Not Detroit, bruh. Come on now.
Detroit. Yeah, the D.
bad.
So it's interesting. It's just funny. There's so much like because Martin Lawrence, he's like, is that Shanae? Oh my God, Shanae is a character that you
It's like
have
much
to
more
like.
physical comedy and much more like he plays a bunch of different roles and it's
Yeah.
just a it's like a very different comedy than like say like Friends or something like that. And
Mhm.
for me, it's probably I don't know. It's always between that and Fresh Prince for me of like all time sitcoms.
Yeah.
That I've
And as
definitely.
a yeah, you've seen Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's like a must. For me, I think like Martin as I got older, probably Martin like probably overtook Fresh Prince for me. The material is a little more geared towards like older crowds, anyways.
Yeah.
Definitely, and it was like very. It was kind of like his stand up, so like it was very in your face, and he didn't
Hmm.
like hold back on anything. So I would definitely say Martin is a must watch for sure.
Yeah.
Since you're going on these, uh, you know, throwback sitcoms.
For real.
I'll
Throwback.
watch it and I'll write about it, something about it. So
Yeah,
Oh, that's it.
you
Martin.
know, Martin, The Office, Friends. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all. I haven't really been watching that much lately.
Yeah, I'm trying
Been
to think
too
if I
busy.
stopped watching anything else. Because I literally every day I was watching that Hap and Leonard show. So, like, I just finished the 2 seasons and now I'm like, what else should I watch?
Did you ever watch Altered Carbon? Yeah.
no, I just know if I stop watching The Office or Friends, like I
You
won't
might
finish them.
get
So I'm
back to it.
trying to like,
Yeah.
but I want to though. I still do. It sounds really cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that shit was
it's
crazy.
yeah. A lot of people haven't covered. Oh yeah, you finished, huh?
Of course. Yeah, that's why I moved on to other. I could binge other shows.
It's definitely a must watch. I think for sure.
Yeah.
So many interesting concepts in there, but I'm not really sure about that ending.
I'm not sure about that ending either, bro.
Mm.
I was
Did it
like,
Dude, yet?
hmm,
What was that?
what'd you say?
I said, did it get renewed yet? Do we know? Is it getting a second
I'm
season?
almost 100% sure it's getting a second season. Like it's been getting a lot of buzz and like people talking about it and watching it and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
really
been a great
popular.
conversation show, like one of those that people want to talk about after. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
definitely filled the void in anticipation for
Westworld.
what's it called? Westworld. when that finally drops.
When is that?
In May, I think.
Yeah, April or May.
I can't wait. Like the
I want to
first
say it's
season
April
was.
20th.
April?
Okay.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments when it's coming.
Yeah, somebody tell us, please.
But Westworld is probably my most anticipated show this year. Season
I
one was
can't
so
wait
good.
to see that, bro. I'm so hyped to see, like, because Standy, her character is lit right now. Like, what? And then, like, all the female characters are lit right now on Westworld. Like, I'm like, yo, they're about to
Anthony
take
Hopkins,
over the world.
is he dead? Is he not dead? Did he build a clone of him, a robot of himself?
He can't be.
They never really.
Stupid to kill off Anthony Hopkins.
I mean, he thought of everything so easily. I can't see himself just like.
I mean, they never actually showed him die, which, you know, when they do that on TV, it's almost guaranteed they're not dead or fully dead in some sort of way, because there was that body that he was secretly building that we never found out who or what it was for. So that's what I'm most interested in seeing.
Yeah, it was weird. It sounded like they were alluding, and then like I made a guess, but then like they didn't. You know, that's unresolved. So
very unresolved. There's a lot of unresolved. The Man in Black, unresolved. He finally got his wish.
Character is weird. That's the weirdest character.
Who's that?
Yeah.
That's just like strange. Honestly, that character is such a weird character because if you think about it, like that guy literally did everything he could fantasize about with like one character who gets to who forgets it and he restarts. But he grew up. He did that for like 30 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
his first love in the park, man.
Yeah, and then he it was just so strange because like then there was like sexual assault like on the same like his love. He just like drag her into a barn one time just to do that, and then like it's just she wouldn't remember. It would come back and try some other.
He went through the deep end, like from where he started it at. It was like this. Oh, this is terrible. We shouldn't be doing this. This is immoral. Then like full blown sucked into the park, bro. Like.
And became the lead investor of the dude.
We never found out what happened to his friend, huh? Or his brother-in-law.
I don't know.
It was alluded to that he was like going to die or get left to die, but he never.
Yeah, I just thought he died. I don't know if like.
Yeah, because we don't know about him like now, and they never showed what actually happened to him. So I want to see how he acts now because he finally got his wish.
Well, I don't know if
he wanted us to be on an equal playing field, and look, now they can kill people. So,
right,
is he gonna be even more of a savage? Or are they gonna kill him off hella early? Like,
I mean, what's the facility gonna do right now?
With full panic mode, bro.
Because that's just one. Because Standy was the one, but the other girl, she's probably gonna just wake up and do whatever she wants. The blonde.
Oh, she already woke up. She
killed
all those.
Oh yeah.
She was killing those investors and like the whole everybody.
Right. Yeah. So it's just like how many, and then
Samurai World is coming, so there's that.
Yeah. But I think that's good for them, so they don't have to get lost in like this black hole of all these questions we have about the Westworld. So
I have a lot of questions.
Oh, now Samurai World. We'll leave those unresolved. Like,
is it gonna be 10 episodes? Again?
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with the other worlds just because the Western setting was one of the reasons why I was so interested in it because I love Westerns and that setting, but I'm interested to see, if they'll answer the world. It'll be cool though. I think there's another one. I can't remember what it is.
Though, right?
There was
like Okinawa or some shit.
I want to say there were 8 different theme parks.
Yeah, but there was another one that they were going to put in this season. I think it was like something futuristic or robot or something. World. Yeah, something like that. But samurais, though, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 8 different worlds, they could literally do anything. So
Hmm
10 episodes though, like I love
Oh
HBO, but
my
sometimes like their production and schedules of shows sucks. Like you get it for
Yeah,
like 2 months and then wait 2 years. Like,
right.
come on now.
Oh,
Like Game of Thrones, we're not getting that till 2019. This is absurd. It's ridiculous.
well,
And we're only getting like 7 episodes.
yeah, that's so
We're getting
interesting.
eight
What?
episodes. We're getting 8 episodes next season, and the final season we're only getting 7.
Okay,
God.
getting
Yeah,
shorter and shorter.
shorter and shorter every year.
Every season's smaller.
They're probably gonna be like 2 hours long, so
Well, they
Yeah.
said some of the episodes will be like an hour and a half
hmm
versus just the 50 minutes to an hour length.
hmm
But still, give me all 10. Give me all
Give me
10 episodes. We waited 2 years. You can squeeze out 10 episodes.
Yeah.
They just don't want to spend out because there's been a lot of money on that show.
Well, the actors, man, they gotta, a lot of them are doing movies and shit.
The actors aren't getting paid that much, but it's the CGI for like all these gigantic battle scenes now with like dragons
hmm
and giants, and White Walker has a ice dragon now. So
Well, so the studio's getting to work on that, on all those cells. Just
2019. And then Rick and Morty like 2019 again or something like that. Like all my shows are getting pushed back.
yeah, you have to wait.
if we got in 2019, I think.
Yeah, you waited a year for Westworld. I mean, a year and some change, so
Almost 2 years, but
almost 2 years, yeah, and it's almost here. So
I'm not
you can
invested
wait.
in Westworld as much as I am in Game of Thrones
Well, that's
because it's
because
been
there aren't as
six
many
seasons
seasons.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And Rick and
you
Morty have
can't.
been 3 seasons, so
Yeah,
not quite the same level.
I feel you.
But there's still some good stuff coming out this year. There's new shows popping up like every week now. Can't keep
hmm
track of. I'm literally can't keep track of anymore. Netflix
No.
has a new full blown series like every month.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, Netflix. They got so many like original movies. They're going ham with the comedians right now. Like
Specials.
they're putting me on to comedians I never heard of. Actually, shout out to Marlon Wayans. He just did his first special
Wokish
comedy special.
first.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was his first one because I just assumed he had done a special before. But I mean, he's probably done an hour,
He's done
but he
stand
never like
ups. No, he's
done
never done a special. He's always done like just club stand ups and event stand ups and stuff.
yeah. And
You
it's
know,
pretty
That,
good.
I mean,
I totally forgot that I watched something not Officer Friends. I don't know if you watched it, but the end of the fucking world. I watched that whole. I binged that in like
never
two
seen it.
seconds. It was really.
No.
Uh,
Oh, that reminds me of a show I just watched too, but I did not watch that one. I watched Everything Sucks. Have you guys
Oh, I
seen
want to.
that?
Oh, I want to see that.
what's
I
that
saw the.
about?
Oh,
Keep hearing about it. Never seen it.
Everything Sucks. It's about growing up as a kid in the 90s, basically. It's about like 90s kids. So it's like our nostalgia, but and being a freshman. They're like freshmen in the 90s.
But is it really?
It's great. It's actually it's crazy because it's like Everything Sucks it literally just shows you about like how fucked up like high school is, and just like there's a lot of like weird relationships, with like parents and whatever, but it doesn't like get super happy ever. It's just like, oh yeah, like they almost got super happy, but then you're reminded that everything sucks. And it's crazy because they're like these teenagers, so like there's these
Yeah.
weird. It's a cool show.
I give a series 2 episodes now. If you don't get me 2 episodes, I gotta move on. It's just too much.
All right, we'll give it 2 episodes. Let us know. I'm sure you'll probably finish that
I
one.
gave Big Mouth 2 episodes, and I was like, nah, not for me.
No, that show's amazing.
No, I did too,
It's
though. I felt the
it's
same. The
too
show's
much.
great.
Like,
I was shocked and awed when I first saw it, but then I wasn't like, I gotta go see it again. I felt like, I don't know. it was weird. It ran like I just played it, and apparently I probably watched like 3 episodes or so because it just kept going. Like, but it just I don't know. I just didn't feel like I should care. It felt almost like too much sometimes
Too
where I
much.
didn't, and then like I didn't get it. Like sometimes like I felt like they like kind of did too much with like the male and female like puberty monsters or whatever. Like sometimes they weren't doing what I would expect them to do. So I was like, oh, they're throwing like a little extra Family Guy esque
It
like
felt a little
or like
like the jokes were a little too low hanging fruit for me, and I was just like not laughing that much.
Oh, I
yeah.
was crying the whole time, but maybe I'm just immature. I don't know.
I mean, I
Um,
love it.
I
Like
was just,
Family Guy,
I was,
South Park, like
I was just
No,
glad
I
that
was
they
dying.
actually tackled those topics like in a way that was like if a younger person than me watched it, like it might be somewhat informative or helpful or make them not feel as awkward about talking about those things. I think it
Yeah.
was overdone at times. I agree, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad someone's talking about it. So
yeah, I just couldn't get that much into it. I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's pretty popular. I know a bunch of people that actually love Big Mouth too. So like,
I mean,
I just personally I'm not
personally,
checking
I
for
was
Big
like,
Mouth,
yeah.
but
Personally, I was like, I gotta keep watching this. Like I was when I first saw like the first 2 episodes of Rick and Morty. Like that's like my type of humor. It's like Rick and Morty. It was like
hmm
automatic. Yeah, I'm watching this.
oh
For sure,
yeah.
I'm watching this. Like that super dark, like weird, but like scientific type of humor. Like, but it's like dark, but it's super smart at the same time. So it's just like that was like my humor. And then
hmm
so Aqua Teen Hunger Force again was like my show back in our show back in high school. So like
shit.
shit like that. Like just weird shit like that. Like
That show is so legendary.
legendary. It got a movie, legendary.
And Banana, the Colon movie is lit, yo. Like, I think I
Makes
went
no
to the
sense.
theater. I saw that in the movie theater.
Yeah, so
I
did I.
went saw.
I went and saw him, bought a ticket. It made like over a couple $1 million. But yeah, I mean that's all we've been watching. So if you guys have been watching anything that you think we should check out or you think would be good up our alley, let us know in the comments below where this goes up. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll talk about it next time, next show when we get together. But yeah, that's it pretty much for this week. There wasn't a ton of stuff outside of like the Oscars and everything going on.
Yeah,
Only thing I think we didn't talk about was the upcoming Jessica Jones and Luke Cage shows, but we can get those another
Jessica
time.
Jones comes out
April,
tomorrow.
say. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Jessica Jones tomorrow.
So I guess when this comes out, I guess
When it comes out, we'll
today
talk about
we're
them.
hearing this or whenever.
Give
But yeah,
our opinions
March 8th.
for sure. So yeah, that's it for this episode of Fearless Show. Today's date was March 7, 2018. I am once again the winner of the Oscars.
Right, yo, let's get a clap for this guy winning the Oscars challenge. There we go.
We already knew he was gonna win, but
Not next year. Not next year.
Told you.
we're gonna watch them all though next time.
Yeah, I'm probably actually. They'll probably do better. Hopefully, they need ratings. They need better ratings. Trump
Hey,
said so.
Shannon, you did all right. Your first
You
try.
did well. Hey, you did well. Good work. You
Dareece.
beat me. You beat me.
I don't know, bro. Don't know what to say.
Hey.
Better luck next time, huh?
Don't win them all. Win them all.
So, yeah, we'll be back shortly. Maybe with a guest. Try to get more guests on here. A lot of guys have been saying that they love the conversations that we've had with the few guests we have had. So we'd love to get some of those going again. But again, if you have any topic suggestions, questions, or comments, leave them below wherever this goes up on YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook, wherever. Or you can email us directly at podcast@livinglifefearless.co or go to livinglifefearless.co/podcast. And if you have not already, you should subscribe to our mailing list because there are new posts going up every single day. A lot of great reads. Shannon is once again top trending, I believe. Once again. So definitely go check out her pieces over there on the website. You're getting your numbers get up there, maybe 15, 20 or something like that, like articles. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely do that. Subscribe on YouTube. We're getting more and more videos up there. SoundCloud, wherever we are, follow us at either Living Life Fearless or at LLF Official. Other than that, thanks for listening. We'll be back. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Keep living life fearless. Oh yeah, and cop some merch. See that Fearless shirt Dario got on? You can get that.
No, this is the
LLF.
old one, bruh.
Oh yeah,
Can't
that's
get
the
these no
old one.
more.
Oh yeah, you can't get this either. This is vintage as well. This is vintage. But get the new shit.